Hello students, we are going to study today types of immune cell. Immune cells are the main component of immune response and they are involved in giving different types of response against different types of pathogen. Before we start immune cell, first we should know how they are produced in our body. The process of production of immune cell or any blood cell is called hematopoiesis. All functionally specialized mature blood cells, including RBC, granulocyte, macrophages, dendritic cell, arise from a single cell that is called hematopoietic stem cell. The process by which hematopoietic stem cell differentiate into mature blood cell is called hematopoiesis. There are two main lymphoid organs involved in production and development and maturation of immune cell is bone marrow and thymus. All blood cells including RBC and WBC and platelet are produced in bone marrow. Few matures in bone marrow itself, while T lymphocyte migrate from bone marrow into the thymus and there they get mature. So if we look to the differentiation of hematopoietic stem cell, actually first it will be differentiated into two major progenitor cell, that is myeloid stem cell and lymphoid stem cell. On this two progenitor cell, the lineage of blood cell is divided in two major category, that is myeloid lineage and lymphoid lineage. Lineage means the successor of the cell which are coming from a single parental cell. So in case of myeloid lineage, you can consider the erythrocyte, platelet, granulocyte like neutrophil, basophil, eosinophil, mast cell. They are the member of a myeloid lineage, while B lymphocyte and T lymphocyte are considered as a member of lymphoid lineage cell. If we look to the overall composition of the cells in the blood, the major constituent of the blood cell is occupied by RBC, then comes platelet, and finally the leukocytes are at the third place. Generally, leukocytes are, depending upon their function and cellular structure, they are divided in major category like neutrophil, eosinophil, basophil, lymphocytes and monocytes, and their their blood concentration is different in different concentration. Hematopoiesis is the process by which hematopoietic stem cell develop into mature blood cell. It can become a common myeloid erythroid progenitor cell which gives rise to RBC, granulocyte, monocyte and macrophages. They are considered as a member of myeloid lineage, or the hematopoietic stem cell is converted into common lymphoid progenitor cell which can give rise to B lymphocyte, T lymphocyte and NK cell. They are the member of lymphoid lineage. Hematopoietic stem cell is converted into myeloid progenitor cell or lymphoid progenitor cell is decided by the environment present into the bone marrow. That is, the concentration of growth factor and other component will decide in which direction the hematopoietic stem cell is differentiated. Myeloid cells and NK cell are member of the innate immune system and they are the first responder to the infection, while lymphocytes are the member of adaptive immune response and generate a refined antigen specific immune response, means they are the part of adaptive immunity and they are also responsible for immunological memory, means the primary and secondary response are generated due to the reactivity of lymphocyte, while the innate immune response, that is a generalized immune response, is generated due to the component of myeloid cells and NK cell. Interestingly, both Myeloid and lymphoid lineage gives rise to dendritic cell, antigen presenting cell with diverse feature and function, and they play very important role in activation of adaptive immunity. So if we look to the overall process of production of different lymphocyte or WBC, the pluripotent stem cell, that is called hematopoietic stem cell, is confined and differentiated into myeloid stem cell or lymphoid stem cell, and then it is differentiated into different types of WBC, that is eosinophil, basophil, neutrophil, mast cell, monocyte, T lymphocyte, B lymphocyte, and natural killer cell. The blood cells are again, WBC are again divided in two categories, that is granulocyte and agranulocyte. Granulocytes or granular leukocytes are those leukocytes which possess granules in their cytoplasm. These granules are not only structural component, but they are very critical in their immune response also. These granules are having protein, enzymes, and many other components which help in elimination of pathogenic microorganisms from the body. Agranulocyte, as the name suggests, they don't have granule in their cytoplasm, and that is why they are called agranulocyte. These cells are different in their cellular structure as well as in their mode of action against the infection. Granulocytes are the front line of attack during an immune response and are considered as a part of innate immune system, which is non-specific, natural, and first line of the immune response, which will interact directly with the incoming foreign particle, antigen, or infectious agent. Granulocytes are classified in mainly three different categories, that is neutrophil, basophil, and eosinophil, and recently mast cells are also included in the granulocyte category. In early time, mast cells were considered as a differentiated type of a basophil. These cells are divided on basis of difference in their cellular morphology and their staining behavior of the cytoplasmic granule. All granulocytes have multi-lobe nuclei, means the nucleus is found to be divided in small lobule. That is why they are called multi-lobe nuclei. The cytoplasm of all granulocyte is replete with granule. It is full with granule, and that are released in response with the contact to the infectious agent. The first category of granulocyte are polymorphic nuclear macrophages. Macrophages are the small cell which can engulf the other foreign particle. That is why they are called macrophages. They are polymorphic nuclear, means their nucleus is having different shapes or different types of structure. That is why they are called polymorph. Macrophages are the polymorphonuclear leukocyte of the blood. Because of the irregular shaped nuclei, granulocytes are also known as PMN. There are three types of granulocyte: basophil, eosinophil, and neutrophil. They have different constitution in the plasma. Neutrophil constitutes 50 to 70% in total blood cell circulating WBC, while eosinophil only constitute 1 to 3%, and basophil is 1% or maybe less than 1%. Mast cell is the same, 1% in the total WBC present into the blood. If we generally look to the structure of this granulocyte, neutrophil is the major constituent of blood plasma. They are having multi-lobe nuclei and having a neutral granule in their cytoplasm. Basophil are having a large nucleus which is of again irregular shape and having a basic granule in their cytoplasm. Eosinophil is generally having bilobe nucleus and acidic granule in their cytoplasm, While in case of agranulocyte like lymphocyte, they don't have granule in their cytoplasm, and nucleus are generally not lobuled. Generally intact large nuclei is observed inside the cell. The first granulocyte is neutrophil. After differentiation in bone marrow, neutrophils are released into the peripheral blood and circulate for 7 to 10 hours before they migrate into the tissue, where they have a lifespan of only few days. Once they are settled into the tissue, then they will die. In response to many types of infection, a number of circulating neutrophils increase significantly. If your body has an infection, neutrophils number will going to increase, and more are circulated in tissue. They migrate into the tissue. The resulting transient increase in number of circulating neutrophils result naturally into the increase of WBC, and the condition is called leukocytosis. This leukocytosis condition is very critical in diagnosis of infectious agent. They are actively phagocytic cell and form the predominant cell type in acute inflammation. They are the main component, or they are the main cell which are found in inflammatory reaction. The phagocytic property of neutrophil is non-specific, means they can engulf any different type of pathogenic material except for its augmentation by opsoning. If it is opsonization, then the process is going to be different. Neutrophils are dominant first responder to the infection and the main cellular component of the pus. So in pus, if you find the debris of the degraded cell or damaged cell, and the major component is neutrophil, where they accumulate at the end of the short life. This is the structure of neutrophil. Here you can see multilobe nucleus, granule into the cytoplasm, and phagosome into the cytoplasm. If we observe in a blood smear, the large cell with multilobe purple granule and the purple neutrophilic granule and multilobe nucleus is found into the next type of structure is eosinophil. Eosinophil are like neutrophil, but they are motile phagocytic cell that can migrate from blood into the tissue space. They play their most important role in defense against multicellular parasitic organisms, including worms. They are found in large number in allergic inflammation, allergy symptoms, and asthma. They are the main component which are involved against the fighting of parasitic infection, and they are found around the antigen antibody complex. This is the structure of eosinophil. Here you can see the large cell containing bilobe nuclei and acidic granule inside the cytoplasm. This is the blood smear showing eosinophil. The cell is having bilobed nuclei and pink to red color cytoplasm filled with the eosinophilic granule. This is how it looks, and it is mainly involved in killing of antibody-coated parasite. The next type of granulocyte is basophil. Basophil are non-phagocytic granulocyte. This is important. That contain large granule filled with basophilic protein, and they stain blue in color with the standard staining protocol. So the cell appears blue. Basophil are relatively rare in circulation but can be very potent. A single basophil is quite reactive and quite potent. In response to binding of a circulating antibody, basophil release large amount of granule, and the active component in the granule is histamine, one of the best known protein in basophilic granule, which increase blood vessel permeability and smooth vessel activity. Basophil are critical in response to the parasitic infection, particularly helminthes, that is worm. This is the basophilic cell. Here you can see a large nuclei and basophilic granule filled inside the cytoplasm. It appears blue color and generally it is involved in reaction against parasite and some allergic reaction. In early time, the scientists were believing that mast cell arise from basophile. Certain circulating basophile, they migrate into the tissue and converted into mast cell, and there they function allergic reaction. But now studies have revealed that mast cell has got different origin, and they are, though they share some common features, they are having different progression of differentiation. So mast cell and basophiles are now studied and considered two different cells. This is the basophilic cell. Here you can see the blue color cell with a large irregular nuclei, but you can't make out the lobes, so you can't say it is multi-lobed or bilobe like neutrophile and eosinophile. Basophilic leukocytes are found in blood and in tissue. As I told you, some say that the basophile migrate into the tissue and convert into mast cell. In tissue, their cytoplasm has large number of predominant basophilic granules contain heparin, histamine, serotonin and other hydrolytic enzymes. Once they are activated, they undergo degranulation, means they release their granule in the surrounding with release of pharmacologically active agent. The constitute the effector mechanism which is responsible for two main important dysfunctional response, that is anaphylactic and atopic allergy. This is important. So mast cell, okay, mast cell are released from the bone marrow into the blood as an undifferentiated cell. This is another theory. They mature only after they leave the blood. In undifferentiated way, they circulate into the blood, then they migrate into the tissue and there they get differentiated. While some scientists says that basophiles circulate into the blood and then they migrate into the tissue and convert it into mast cell. Mast cell can be found in wide variety of tissue, including skin, connective tissue of various organs, mucosal epithelial tissue of a respiratory, genitourinary and digestive tract. Like circulating basophile, these cells have large number of cytoplasmic granules that contain histamine and other pharmacologically active substances. Mast cell also play an important role in development of different allergy, as we have discussed earlier. Basophile and mast cell share many features and their relationship is not unequivocally understood. Some speculate that basophile are the blood-borne version of mast cell, and others says that they are having distinct origin and function. Both the theory are equally weighed and no one could separate the two. This is the tissue migrated mast cell. Here you can see large oval cell filled with a granule and a large nuclei. Granule are released upon activation and they cause different type of allergic reaction. Here is the same. This is the large mast cell you can see. Another category is natural killer cell. Natural killer cell are morphologically described as a large granular lymphocyte. These cells are called natural killer cell due to their ability to kill certain virally infected cell, that is self but altered cell or tumor cell, without prior sensitization. They need not any activation. They immediately come in contact with these cells and make them kill. Their activity are not enhanced by exposure and are not specific for any virus. They are general cell. NK cell comprise approximately 5 to 10% of peripheral lymphocyte and are found in spleen and peripheral blood. Main function of NK cell is, first and most important thing is, they are the main constituent of immune surveillance system. The patrolling system made up of different immune components which continuously scan our body and find some abnormality and try to cure or try to eliminate them. They are the natural defense against virus infected and malignant mutant cell. NK cells are capable of non-specific killing of virus transformed target cell and are involved in allograft and tumor rejection. This is the NK cell. Here you can see a large lymphocyte, a big lymphocytic cell with a large nucleus inside it. The next one are monocyte. They are the white blood cell of a single nucleus. The shape is bean shape. They engulf foreign material. They are phagocytic in nature, but they are different from neutrophil. They are macrophages. Those are microphages. Monocytes circulate in blood, can migrate out of the blood vessel into various tissue and differentiate into macrophages and dendritic cell. This is the monocyte. Here you can see large bean-shaped nucleus in a cell. This monocyte circulate in blood and migrate into the tissue. There it will differentiate into macrophages. Macrophages are phagocytic and form a major part of a amorphous reticuloendothelial system, which is widely distributed throughout the body. Macrophages spread throughout the animal body and take up residence in specific tissue where they are given special name. Okay, if they are present in lungs, they are called alveolar macrophages. If they are present in connective tissue, they are called histocytes. If they are present in liver, they are called Kupffer cell. If they are present in kidney, they are called mesangial cell. If they are present in brain, they are called microglial cell. And if they are present in bone, they are called osteoclast. These are the resident macrophages found at different places in our body, and they provide local immunity. So this is the macrophages. Here you can see the monocyte which has migrated into the tissue and converted into macrophage. Here you can see the nucleus has become smaller, the cytoplasm has become large, granule are appearing, not granule but the phagocytic machinery is appearing in a large way. The cellular projection are increased due to so that it can increase the surface area. So this is how the activated phagocytic macrophages looks like. It acts as a phagocytic cell. It can activate B lymphocyte. It can activate T lymphocyte by acting as an antigen presenting cell called APC. This is how it looks. The activated phagocytic macrophage. Here you can compare with the previous monocyte figure. The cell has got many number of pseudopodia, the projections which help them to increase the surface area of cells so that they can come in contact with large number of antigen, or you can say infecting particle, and cause phagocytosis. This is the phagocytosis process going on by the macrophages. This is the large macrophage. Here you can see in the tissue specimen. This is how the phagocytosis goes on. There are many mechanisms for phagocytosis. Generally, receptor called toll-like receptor, they cause adherence of the infecting microorganism. Due to the endocytosis, it will be ingested inside the phagocyte, converted into primary phagosome. It fuses with the lysosome and converted into phagolysosome or secondary phagosome, where the digestion occurs by the digestive enzyme present into the lysosome. The debris are released by the cell and few part of the digested material is presented by macrophages as a APC to the B lymphocyte and T lymphocyte for further activation. So this is the whole process of phagocytosis. The next category of cell are lymphocytes. The lymphocyte occupy very special place among the leukocyte. There are two reasons behind them. First, they are participating in immune reaction due to their ability to interact specifically with antigenic substances and to react to the non-self antigenic determinant, only foreign material, and that to a specific way. They also contribute to the memory of immune system. The immunological memory is the attribute provided by this lymphocyte. They differentiate from stem cell in fetal liver, means during the gestation they produce in liver of the fetus. After birth they are produced in bone marrow. Then few of them are migrated into the thymus. Depending upon their development, they are of two types. If they produced and mature in bone marrow, called B lymphocyte or B cell, and if they are mature in thymus, they are called T lymphocyte or T cell. So depending upon their development and proliferation, the lymphocytes are divided in two categories. T lymphocyte, which undergo development in thymus, and B lymphocyte, which matures in bone marrow. The first type of lymphocyte are T cell. Approximately half of this lymphoid stem cell migrate to the thymus gland, and there they differentiate into T lymphocyte. Depending upon their activity, T lymphocytes are of different types like T helper cell, suppressor T cell, cytotoxic T cell, and the next and new category introduced is called delayed hypersensitivity T cell. Thymus processing of T lymphocyte begins shortly after their production or their birth. The T cell are small lymphocytes found in blood, lymph and lymphoid tissue. They constitute near about 70 to 80% of total peripheral lymphocytes. T cell do not actually produce antibody, but they are involved in activation of B lymphocyte for production of antibody, and they also show direct cytotoxic effect against certain intracellular pathogen. T cell constitutes 65 to 80% of circulating pool of small lymphocytes. They are found in inner subcortical region but not in germinal center of lymph node. They have larger lifespan compared to the B lymphocyte. The T cell perform two important roles, and that is how they are divided into major categories. The regulation of immune response, they are the regulatory component of the immune response. Preliminary, they are called T helper cell. They produce different type of cytokine that is called interleukin, and they are having a special type of protein on their surface that is called CD4. That is why helper T cell are called CD4 plus cell. While certain effector T lymphocytes are also found, they directly bind with virus infected cell and alter self cell and give cytotoxic effect. That is why they are called cytotoxic T cell. They are having a specialized protein on their surface that is called CD8, and that is why they are called CD8 plus cell. Okay, they show their reaction against allograft, tumor cell and virus infected cell. Depending upon CD4 or CD8 protein present on their surface, the population is either considered as a CD4 plus T cell, or they are called CD8 plus T lymphocyte. The helper T cell, that is called TH cell or CD4 plus cell, they identify antigen presented by MHC class II molecule, and the main function is to activate B lymphocyte, and CD8 plus, that is called cytotoxic T cell or TC cell, for the immune response. Cytotoxic T cell, it is CD8 plus cell and can identify antigen presented by MHC class 1 molecule, and it has got direct cytotoxic effect and can go and bind with the altered self cell, that is virus infected cell or tumor cell, and cause killing of the cell. The next lymphocyte is B lymphocyte. Other lymphocytic stem cell differentiate in liver and interstitial lymphoid area into B lymphocyte or B cell, originally named from the specialized organ that is called brusa, present into the bird, but now the B is generally used for the bone marrow. They constitute near about 10 to 15% of total lymphocyte present in a peripheral blood. B cell migrate to the lymphoid tissue where they produce antibody that circulate through the lymph and blood to protect individual against the infection, and they are the main component of humoral immunity. Thousands of B cells are found in body, even though these cells live only for about 1 to 2 weeks. When they are stimulated, they will be converted into plasma cell, which will produce thousands of antibody per second. This is the B lymphocyte. It possesses membrane-bound antibody as a receptor. When this antibody binds to the antigen, the B lymphocyte get activated and converted into plasma cell. Plasma cell is terminally differentiated B cell. The main function of plasma cell is to produce and secrete different types of antibody. They are called classes of immunoglobulin. They secrete thousands of antibody molecules per second, which are specific for the epitope of the antigen for a few days, and then they die. The structure of plasma cell is quite different from the non-activated B cell. Plasma cell does not have any membrane-bound antibody. The cell is quite larger, having a high concentration of endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, and other GERL system, which will help to secrete out large amount of antibody in a very short period of time. They produce antibody specific against that antigen and cause humoral immune response. So this is all about the blood cell, or you can say immune cell. Mainly, if we look to the difference in lymphocyte, two type we studied, that is B lymphocyte and T lymphocyte. Structure are naturally different, so their function are, if we summarize to the total WBC, they are of two main lineage, myeloid lineage and lymphoid lineage. Myeloid lineage gives rise to different granulocyte like neutrophil, eosinophil and basophil. Also they give rise to monocyte. Lymphoid lineage produces B lymphocyte and T lymphocyte and NK cell. B lymphocyte are of again two effector cell, memory B cell and plasma cell. T lymphocyte are cytotoxic, helper, suppressor and delayed type of hypersensitivity T lymphocyte. Monocyte migrate to the tissue and converted into macrophages. So this is all about the immune cells which we have studied. Each cell has different structure, different origin and naturally different function.